What's up, YouTube? I thought I would share with you guys a little update to pretty much my favorite fun deck. Not my favorite, maybe not my favorite, but it's, I don't know, maybe I'm just so fond of it because it's my own creation, and I love sharing just dumb, crazy deck ideas with you guys, and this is one of the ones I had that had actually been successful. Like, I was winning very often with it, and I'm just in love with it. It's an Xyz deck based off of Junk Doppel, just in case you guys didn't read the title. Damn it, see, now I have to name it something like Xyz Synchron or something. I don't know. I am saying these things before I have confirmed that I'm going to do them. Yeah, I just get your guys' hopes up all day. Alright, well, I'm going to get started. It may not be too much different from my previous update, I guess you can call it, but I'm just keeping you guys in the loop. Alright, let's get started. I play BLS, of course. 2 Photon Slayers. I thought I might take one out, but it's been working for me so far. 3 Salvage Warriors. 1 Ghost Ship. I was playing 2 at one point, but I think 1 might actually be appropriate, because I was getting screwed over having multiple ghost ships sometimes. I don't know, it's just not... It's not always the best card to draw into. Alright, well, 2 Solar Windjammers. 3 Quick Draw Synchrons, of course. That's what the basic combo of the deck is based off of, which I will explain to you. Shin X Ally Birdman. Doubles. Alright. And double Junk Synchron. Dandelion. I play 1 Raikou. Was playing 2 at one point, but you know, I'm liking it at 1 right now. I mean, you get a little bit of mill power, you get a pop a card, and it's a light, which means you can either remove it for BLS or you can remove it for your ghost ship. So I thought that was alright. And I am playing 2 Synchron Explorers. Last update, I had taken out one of them, and I'm just trying to, in this build, I was just trying to squeeze around a little bit of room because I wanted another Synchron Explorer and another Birdman, because those cards are really, they add flexibility to the deck. Alright, well, for the last few for our level 1s, 2 level leaders, 2 Treeborn Frogs, amazing, 2 Effect Failures. Because, you know, Effect Failure is Effect Failure, and Effect Failure is amazing. He's a level 1, like, tuner, she is, whatever. You know, Ghost Ship, BLS, tuners, yay. Alright, spells. 1 for 1, Heavy Storm. Rhoda, Mind Control. Pot of Avarice, Foolish Burial, and Monster Reborn. And triple tuning, 2 MSTs, and 2 breakthrough skills. I had actually decided to take these out at one point, but they just work so well for me, and plus I got a little extra mill power with Raikou. I figured I'll keep him in there for a while. Alright, well, moving on to the extra deck. Got 1 Wind Up Zen Mains. You guys maybe can, just in case you may be confused with that, like, I had one person ask me how you could get out a level 3 Xyz monster, and I mean, there's 5 level 3 Xyz, but I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh veterans will probably get it immediately, just think it up, but I'll explain it to newer players. Alright, well, for the rank 5s, which I had initially, that's the word, planned to be like the base of the deck, but it's Synchron, so I think there's still a majority of Synchros. Well, we got 1 Shark Fortress, 1 Volcanosaurus. You could play Adrius, but I don't know. I just like Volcanosaurus. I mean, look at his picture; it's so freaking cool. All right, well, moving on. Constellar Palladius. Yeah, I got it right. I always want to say something redundant. I decided to keep him in. That's the only reason I decided to keep in at least 1 copy of Ghost Ship, because Palladius it's a good card, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 level 5s in the deck, so I can get them out pretty easily. Alright, and one wind-up Arsenal Zenmao. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but just gonna go with it. And this card is not a for sure, because I mean it requires 3 level 5s, but I have definitely got it out in the past, and its effect is, let me butcher its name real quick. Digvorzak, the king of heavy industry. Yeah, you see, sound it out. Pick that up from freaking Sesame Street. You guys should watch that show. It's awesome. Alright, well, its effect is, once per turn, you can attach one Xyz material from this card, send the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard, which isn't always the best effect, depending on what they're playing. This card may not be very good this format, so maybe not the best card. But anyways, continuing. 3 cards from your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Then, if any of them are monsters, you can destroy cards up to the number of monsters that were sent to the graveyard in the mill. So it may not be the best, like, if you're using it against, like, dragon rulers, you milled a few dragons, but, I mean, I guess if you're going for game, you can mill those dragons that they have, because, I mean, they're running a majority of monsters. You're probably going to mill dragons, and, you know, I don't know, pop that freaking big eye that's always stealing your monsters. Just, you know, make it game, guys. Go for it. And Gaia Charger. Well, Gaia Dragon, but I call him Gaia Charger. We're just going with that. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rank 5s, so Gaia Charger is a good choice. And, you know, Volcanosaurus can't attack directly, so, you know, Volcanosaurus, pop, inflict burn damage, and then maybe go for this Gaia Dragon over here and inflict piercing. Alright, well, that's all of the Xyz. I think there's 7. There's 7 now. Right, and Synchros, Armory Arm, Cataster, Chunk Warrior, Chunk Gardener. I know a lot of people like to play Drill Warrior. I don't know, I just always think I think Chunk Gardener is like a better card. Like, this card has won me so many games. Yeah, so I've had people post some hate in the past because I said Chunk Gardener was better than Drill Warrior, but whatever, man. Just go with it. I said it. I can't take it back now. It's recorded for the entire world to hear. And finishing off the level 6s, Gaia Knight. You know, I put Gaia Knight in there just because, you know, options. I might be in a tough position. And Junk Gardener, you can either quick draw or the freaking Junk Synchron, which you don't always have. So, you know, I've gotten stuck in a position like this before where I had to go Salvage Warrior and special summon an effect failure. And bam, Gaia Knight won me the game. Alright, well, we only play 1 level 7. I don't think you need any other level 7s. Like, pretty much the only level 7s you can make in this deck would be with Synchron Explorer and Quick Draw Synchron. Plus, I mean, Junk Synchron, and, like, I'm pretty sure the only way you'd be able to make a level 7, well, you know what? We're just playing Junk Berserker, alright? We're playing Junk Berserker. It is a very good card. Out of all the level 7 Synchron cards, I think it's the best one. You know, Junk Archer is a thing, but we're just playing Junk Berserker. And the level 8s, Junk Destroyer, amazing card. Especially in, well, of course, this deck, you know. Like, I love it. I love it when I can bring back a level eater just to get an extra pop. That level eater is OP, making this plays just all that much more flexible. And Scrap Dragon. You know, we could have played Stardust, but why negate the damage when you can cause the damage, alright? I am inflicting destruction on these guys. And, you know, Junk Destroyer isn't always the most optimal choice. Like, maybe you Salvage Warrior and special summon a Chunk Synchron if you had no other options. I mean, do you want to just pop 1 card, or do you want to get the most out of your freaking Junk Destroyer? I don't know. Scrap Dragon, 2800 attack. That's pretty much all I gotta say. thought about playing Crimson Blader, and maybe you could, but nah. I mean, a Synchron deck, like a Junk Doppel deck, is the extra deck is like extremely tight. You pretty much only have wiggle room to put like one card in there, maybe you want. And I tried to completely change the deck, so this extra deck is always like, it's really tight. It's hard to decide what cards go and stay and how to keep the balance and everything, but I think I did the best I could. Because, I mean, you have to play synchros, or you're going to screw yourself over. So I tried to cut down the entire Junk Doppel deck down to 8 cards. That's how it turned out. Well, let me explain some of my card choices if you still haven't exited the video yet, or just paused the video and copied my deck list, because people do that. Now, I keep on referencing Junk Doppel. I'm not playing Doppel Warrior in this. I'm not 100% on it. I mean, it can be incredibly useful in this deck, but I mean, it wasn't just like, I can't use it to the fullest extent in this deck, like in just like a regular Junk Doppel build. I mean, it's called Junk Doppel. It's gonna work. It's gonna work way better in that deck. I'm still not 100% on this. I always save my old deck list and I compare them and I decide which cards to take in and out and all that good stuff, and he might go back in, but for now, let's just keep him out. I'm just saying, with this deck, it's hard to keep the 40... With all the cards I've been experimenting with, it's hard to keep the 40 card minimum. I consider it a challenge, and in the challenge, you know, Doppel Warrior had to go. I kind of wanted to keep it... I kind of wanted to just keep the Birdman out, keep it at 1, and, you know, leave Doppel Warrior in there, but its inmates probably wouldn't be the best choice then. You know, but anyways, what I was going to explain with you about Zenmains earlier. You summon Junk Synchron, summon a level 2 or 3, whatever one you want from the graveyard, then switch it out for Gen Ally Birdman. I also like to use that to recycle my Effect Whalers, and you can recycle Synchron Explorers, which is amazing. Like, recycling Effect Whalers is funny as hell. I've done it so many times, it is just, like, it's funny. That's all I gotta say. And to explain the basic combo to you guys, basically what you want to do is discard a card with Quick Draw Synchron, special summon it to the field, then tribute it to summon Salvage Warrior, and Salvage Warrior's effect would activate, special summoning the Quick Draw Synchron from your graveyard, then you overlay them into a rank 5. As you can see here, 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 here. Skadoosh. Alright. And I have found that it's fairly easy to get out 3 level 5s, like especially in like the opening hand, but the opening hand you don't always just want to do that in the opening hand, especially if you don't know what your opponent's playing. One time I made that mistake. I was just excited to get out the King of Heavy Industry, and I brought it out against a Lightsworn deck. I still won the duel, but it was really close. Freaking Judgment Dragon. I hate that card. Judgment Dragon is, in one of my opinions, he's like in my top 5 boss monsters that are in crappy archetypes. Some of you might hate me for that, but I just don't like Lightsworns, but Judgment Dragon is amazing. Okay, well, let me just give you an example, alright? You know, first turn, Solar Windjammer, discard a card, summon Quick Draw, and then tribute it for Salvage Warrior, bring it back. That is a King of Heavy Industry. There are other ones, I think you can have 3 level 5s, but they're like Utopia Rays and stuff, and they only get their effects if a Utopia monster was attached as a material, so they're absolutely useless in this deck. I'm not running Utopia. I was running Utopia at one point because I could get it out. There was a combo for me to get out of rank 4 plus Junk Warrior in a turn. I took it out. I didn't like it. I could go into it very easily, but it was never the best choice, so I took it out. And Palladius. Got that Palladius now. It's way better. Glad I chose it. Well, you know, I think this deck is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, at least for veterans, you know. get these level leaders and these Treeborn Frogs to the graveyard as soon as possible. This is what's going to set up your plays. I play a little back row just for that. I mean, breakthrough skill maybe, but my reasoning behind that is most of the time that you set breakthrough skill, you're going to use it during your opponent's turn anyways. So most of the time it's not going to be on the field once you have a Treeborn Frog and all that good stuff. And well, I think I'm just talking to talk now, guys. I am talking too much. I think this deck is pretty self-explanatory, but I want you to try this for yourself. It's amazing. Get out of rank 5, go for BLS. It's amazing. There are many options in this deck. I have been working on many builds of it, not just this, but this is the best build I could think of. I ran other builds with, they're almost completely different, because Salvage Warrior is a water monster. I've run decks that are just, completely ridiculous, just filled with water monsters in it, but, this is the best one. Filled with lights and darks, BLS, ghost shit. Photon Slayer is a good card because you can special summon it even if you're, and Xyz can be on either side of the field, as long as it's on the field, so that's actually saved my butt a few times. As well, that it's a light monster, and it's a level 5. Palladius, which is just such an amazing card. Return a card to the hand, it's that good during either player's turn, which makes it that much better. And I'm done, guys. That's all I gotta say. I hope you play this deck for yourself and enjoy it. And I will see you next time. I am the ProBigawesome, and I end my turn. It's your move.